forgot you were standing there. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm just setting up to go on the beach. Today we're having our first annual beach driving class. So you will see us talking about equipment you guys need. And if you're a newcomer and you've never driven on the beach before, we are the people that put you in the right direction and make sure you never get stuck or never have a problem with the park police. Excuse me. As you can see, I just loaded my two big rods on the back of the car, all on top. That would be step number one, because for each person you have in your car, you all need to each have a rod. Second, there's going to be a bucket. You need a bucket. Bucket for garbage, bucket to go to the bathroom in, God forbid. Third, I don't know if you guys can see up there, but you guys know on top of my car I keep recovery boards. You need recovery boards. Just in case you get stuck, you need to dig yourself out. Obviously you need a shovel. I do have the shovel too, which I'm going to be putting up there in a second. You need a plank, a jack, a tow rope, and there's probably a couple other things I'm missing on the list, but they don't really bust your balls like that too much, but you never want to take a chance. So right now, like I said, I'm packing the car, we're getting ready to go. I'm going to load up a couple more things and then come follow this journey and come see us on the beach, alright? It's going to be a good day. And it's actually, the weather's finally broke. We're starting to get warm weather. So if you're watching this video, guys, and you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video and also turn on a notification bell right up there in the corner, because future videos coming, you don't want to miss them. I have a lot of new stuff coming this year. I know I've been slacking on my channel the whole winter, but we're back. And we're going to start seeing more videos being uploaded again. So follow on through. I have a big journey ahead of me, and this channel's only going to, you know, get bigger. So let me get this done, and I'll see you guys out there. We made it out here. We're at the class, guys. Big turnout today, which I'm gonna let you see. All the cars that attend this every year. We do it twice a year. A lot more cars over there. These are all newcomers that want to learn how to drive on the beach. So we're gonna follow through. We're gonna wait for them to start speaking, and then we're gonna gather the group together, and you guys will see the rest of them right here. So huge turnout. We're here. I'll even add the Facebook page in the description, just so you guys can check this out if you're interested and you're local on Long Island.
And we have raffle and merch.
I am.
These are just driving tips and some stuff to have with you.
Got 2 scales.
We're going to start
Nice
off
fishing rods he's got there. Fishing holders.
Get that to line up, like say you want to do 20, right? Get the bottom edge of this bar to line up with the horizontal 20. And you know you got it right because the
Cool. Right, we didn't bring one. I mean, it's up to you if you want to put something in.
finally have a microphone. Can you hear me in the back? All right, thanks everybody. This is the 4th time we've done this now. Every time we learn a little bit more how to make it run smoother, which is why we have this microphone now. We're basically going to just go over the basics of beach driving. We'll all air down here together, and then we're going to take the trip to Democrat Point. Out the exit, right down. You all passed it when you drove in. The entrance is in that corner. Once we get on the beach, the class is pretty much going to end here. Once you get on the beach, you're pretty much going to be on your own. You're going to come back on your own. So we'll go over how to air up your tires. I think we're going to have some burgers and stuff out there. So we'll go through a bunch of stuff, and then we'll answer any questions you have. I'm also going to hand it over to Mike. Start off.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for coming down. We got a large group of people, and somehow the Facebook page has grown much larger than it was in the years past. We have the best turnout that we've had at one of these. And we want everyone to feel like you're part of a club, that you can ask people for help around you. There's people in here of all different skill levels. I'm sure there's people that are very familiar with driving on the beach and some people that haven't at all. If you have a question about your air caps or how to put your truck in a certain four-wheel drive mode, or just questions, ask the people around you, ask one of us. We just want you to feel comfortable here. I've got a list of like some of the basic driving safety things that are just etiquette related. You want to make sure that if you're coming out on the beach that you have obviously your 4x4 pass with you, and be in touch with the other regulations. Like if you're fishing, know your limits, know what you're targeting. For coming on the beach, you're required to have a certain set of stuff. It's all listed on the permit. You got a shovel. I recommend a full-size shovel. If you ever need it, you're going to be happy you don't have a fold-in-half shovel. That takes about a cup of sand each time you scoop. So the bigger the shovel you can get, it helps out if you actually need it. We got tow ropes and tow chains and things like that. Everybody do recovery at your own risk. I feel like it's an easy thing, like to just look at it and think you hook up 2 ropes and floor it and yank somebody out, but there's definitely a lot of safety to keep in mind. There's different types of ropes that you can get. We have them up here. If you have any questions about equipment related stuff, we can help go over that with you and what the differences are. There's obviously no fires on the beach unless you're using a propane stove, so you can do cooking and stuff if you have a little propane fire pit, but beyond that you're really not supposed to be lighting anything on fire out here.
Including charcoal.
Yeah, including charcoal, which people bury and then other people step on it, get burns. That's why we all got it taken away from us. Let's see, what else? You want to go over some stuff?
You want to make sure your vehicle is appropriate for driving on the sand. We recommend 4 high. Some people go 4 low. We recommend going into 4 high with your traction control disabled. All-wheel drive vehicles may have a sand mode and all-wheel drive lock button. I want to make sure to put that on. So there's 2 types of, this is pretty important, 2 types of recovery devices. This is your standard rope, just your standard tow strap. When you hook this up and tow with this, you're gonna hook to one end of the vehicle to the back of the other vehicle. Slowly get the line tight. The rear vehicle is going to be in neutral, and the front vehicle can ease this out. If you can see this, this is a kinetic tow strap. It is more of a giant bungee cord. So that's a big difference when you get one of these. The rear vehicle Basically, you can get a running start with this. If you get a running start with this, you're gonna rip the whole front end off. This is a giant bungee cord. So the rear vehicle, you can get it to tight. In the front vehicle, the rear vehicle, you can actually be in drive with this, and you can both start spinning the tires at the same time. So both vehicles are in drive pulling. This will get a running start and rip it out. But it's very important you don't get a running start with one of these. This is mine. I've had this for 10 years. You can see I still have the thing on it. Never had to use it. Follow the rules, air down. You should really never have to use it. And we'll answer any other questions you have about that. But very important, do not get a running start with a regular strap. These are made to expand, these aren't. What is this, like 90 bucks?
Yeah.
On the Facebook, on the top of the Facebook page under featured, on the top go to featured, and there's a link to buy this compressor, all this strap, this type of stuff that we recommend. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, he went over the tow ropes. Basically, since we're not all professional tow truck drivers, if you get a kinetic rope that stretches, it's way easier. You hook it up, you get a little roll and start. It stretches, pulls the truck right out. It's way easier to use. The tire pressures. Lowering the tire pressures of your truck is probably one of the most important things if you're not trying to dig yourself out. It takes like 5 minutes if you get the right stuff to air down. And if you get a good compressor, you can air up in 10 minutes on the way home. And even here at Demo, they have hoses. You need a special, quick connect adapter on your hose, and you can just plug right in. You can air up. That'll take about 30 seconds a tire. You get one of these $100 or $200 compressors, you're looking at like 2 to 3 minutes a tire. So it's going to be somewhere in there to air up and air down. It's worth it. It's good for your truck. And it'll make it a lot more capable for you to not get stuck. And also, if there's a tight space and you need to go up on the side a little bit and be courteous or give someone with a big camper the right of way, it also enables your truck to have the ability to get out of someone's way or just to drive better in general. There's an air compressor station. There's 3 of them over here, and there is one at the Captree Bait and Tackle. If they right behind the bait shop, they have a connection there. You can go drive over. If you leave Sore Thumb, you could drive down if there's like 1 million people and your air compressor is terrible. Instead of driving all the way over the bridge with low tires, it could be really dangerous to just try and shoot your truck home. A lot of people have done it. They've been doing it for years. We also have one of our admins who got a sidewall blowout driving over the bridge. So when you have an aired down tire, the sidewall is flexing over and over and over every time it goes around. That flexing creates an immense amount of heat. If you drive home aired down one day, take your hand and press it on the sidewall of your tire and see if you're too low to be driving like that. You'll feel it. On the beach, the speed limit's 10 miles an hour. Drive within what you think is safe and courteous to everyone else around you. It could be a little fun to get behind the wheel of a truck and get to finally drive it off-road somewhere. You want to, be racing around out there at the end of the day. It's just better for everyone if we all drive slow and safe. Stay on the designated tracks, try and avoid the dunes. The state's pretty quick to penalize us. And it seems like the mistakes of few end up turning into what everybody else has to pay for forever. So we can't have fires anymore because people couldn't put them out. If you start driving in the dunes, they might close off certain areas of the beach. We also are going to eventually have to deal with the birds. And if one of us or anybody else comes out on the beach and does something stupid with the bird's nest or anything out, it's just another reason to close down the entrance for a few weeks longer, so they could look into it or potentially lose our access to the beach one day. So we're all going to try and be on the same page of being courteous and just good to the place that we're allowed to be at. We got a couple other things on here, like watching for hazards on the beach. Don't drive into a big hole that some kids dug and left on the beach. Just look down in front of you. Drive over the terrain. It's easy to get distracted. Just make sure you don't run over a big sharp stick and blow out a tire. Just a little awareness can save you from having a crappy day at the beach. Now more into the etiquette side of things with respecting other beach users. You know, it becomes a little bit of a community thing when we can all do the right thing together. We could easily get sidetracked complaining about how everyone ruins everything that we have, but there's more of us than there is of them. If we all clean up more than we came with and just go the extra mile and walk down 100 feet and pick up some stuff, it goes a long way throughout the year. The place can be a disaster, or you'll see people at some point just starting to walk around and pick up the garbage. We have a cleanup or two. We have beach cleanups that you'll be able to attend if you have the right permit, and we'll do our best to try and keep up with that. But, you know, wave to people. If they're leaving, give them the right of way to come off the beach. You could pull over a little bit if the tracks are narrow. You know, try to be friendly with one another and have a good time out there. And of course, leave with all of your garbage. So that's...